Look, I was kind of shaking my head. RNZ just lying about climate change? Yeah, okay, pretty par for the course. Great story, though. But and now we find probably taxpayers, the wider taxpayer, paying for gender minorities Aotearoa to run some sick fetish online course, seemingly for kids. They're based in Ridderford Street, Newtown. They, of course, are a registered charity. How much they turn over last year, Ben?
Their balance is about $400,000 at the moment.
400 grand. So good work if you can get it. It's probably just a couple of people. Let's try. They've got two numbers. Let's try them and find out what they're about. I'm allowed. It's my money. Sean, when is this government going to get some balls and stop all this madness? Well, this goes back, doesn't it, to Winston getting on the DEI, let's get rid of DEI bandwagon. And it goes to mood, and it goes to we have to stop this woke rubbish. This is the media line of Gender Diversity Aotearoa. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, is this Gender Diversity Aotearoa? Minorities Aotearoa? Okay. And this is the media line?
Yep.
Okay, who am I talking to?
This is Ahi Wehongi.
Ahi Wehiwi. Ahi, my name's Sean Plunket. I'm calling you from The Platform, which is an online radio media show.
Uh-huh.
We're just trying... I'm good, thank you. Good morning to you. Ahi, news is breaking this morning that you guys have had $170,000 in the last 3 or 4 years from the Wellington City Council towards an online course that you run for transgender people. Can you confirm that?
That would not be accurate at all. I don't know where that news is breaking from, but that's miles off.
How much money have you had from the Wellington City Council?
For online courses.
What?
An online course.
What was that? Sorry?
How much money have we had from the Wellington City Council?
Over the last 3 or 4 years, yeah.
Yeah, good question. I'd have to look in the budget and find out.
Okay. Do you run an online sex course for transgender people?
We run a sexual violence prevention course. Yep.
A what? A what correction course?
Sexual violence prevention.
Oh, you don't do an online sex course for transgender people?
It is a sexual violence prevention course.
Okay. Does that course discuss urinating on your partner?
Does it discuss urination on your partner?
Or suggesting that that's something you can do in sex?
What you'd probably be referring to is there's a resource in there that's about safety if you're doing BDSM. So, I mean, it's possibly mentioned.
Okay. Would it also talk about performing oral sex on your partner's anus?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
For sure, yeah. Just like Burnett Foundation, right? Any sexual health organisation should be talking about that. So anyone who's talking about, condom use of dental dams, how to use prophylactics, should be talking about that.
Okay. What about chemsex or sex under the influence of drugs?
Yeah, also. Definitely should be being talked about by everyone.
Waterboarding?
What you'll find...
Suturing? What's suturing?
Oh, mate, you'd have to look it up. Okay.
Have you ever done it?
That's not really a relevant question, is it?
Okay, sorry, I just want to get the right spelling of your name. Ahi?
Wehongi, Wihongi.
Okay. Ahi, what's your position with the organisation?
I'm the executive director here.
Oh, you are the executive director?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Ahi, can you understand how some ratepayers in Wellington who are being told that $170,000 has gone towards the course that you've talked about that does talk about these things, that, can I just be honest, for middle New Zealand are a little confronting, that some ratepayers in Wellington and taxpayers who I also understand contribute through the Burnett Foundation to your organisation, some people might not be too pleased investing in what they might see as the promotion of perversion.
Yeah, so they'd be wrong in what they've been told, though. Wellington City Council certainly did not give us $170,000.
How much did they give you then?
I can tell you exactly what they paid for about that course. It was one resource on consent, and it was one resource on leaving an abusive relationship. Those are the two items that are in that course. Wellington City Council put some money towards those. So it's two little pamphlets. And that would have been, I think that they gave us that money towards that probably the year before that course was created. So those pamphlets.
How much money did they give you altogether?
Towards those pamphlets?
No, altogether. How much money funding have you received from the Wellington City Council in the last 3-4 years? Give me just a ballpark. 170 sound about right?
No, it doesn't sound about right.
More?
No. No, I wish. No, certainly less than that.
Yeah. Do you also advocate through your course? And the course we've been, I just want to sort of clear this up. And thank you. Can I, by the way, say thank you for engaging on this? So the course, do you run an online sex course for transgender people?
It's a sexual violence prevention course. It's
funded
by Te Puna. It's funded by Te Puna Aonui.
What's that, Te Puna Aonui? Is that another charity?
No, Te Puna Aonui is the cross-government organisation that is responsible for making sure that all the other government departments are preventing sexual violence.
We're just looking at the course cover online. It doesn't mention abuse. Ben, you were just saying it doesn't mention those things on the front page of the course?
No, because nobody wants to take a course that's called How to Not Get Sexual Violence Happen to You, do they?
Okay, so it's not. But you say that's what it is, but that's not what it says it is.
That's not what the marketing says on the page you're looking at, I guess. Yeah.
So what does the marketing... Let's just clarify what the marketing says. Ben, what does the marketing say? It says it's a what?
Better sex, better relationships, transgender guide to relationships.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it isn't what it says it is that right? You there?
What, sorry?
Well, it just says it's a better sex guide for transgender people.
Yeah, that's marketing. That's what marketing is. Yeah, it's a sexual violence prevention course.
Okay. It's not. It's a better sex course for transgender people. And you're saying it's funded pretty well entirely by the taxpayer.
I'm saying it's funded pretty well entirely by a sexual violence prevention part of the government called Te Puna Aonui.
Thank you.
You can put that on there.
Yeah, no, that's good. Does it also, in your guide, tell people, and it might just be marketing or it might be in the guide, that it's okay to not tell a sex partner you're transgender before engaging in a sex act with them?
I don't know, honestly, if it says that.
Well, you're the chief executive, so I thought you might know what your organisation's doing and saying and advising people. But you don't.
Sorry, I'm just having another conversation at the same time. Does it say you cannot tell people that you're trans before you do a sexual act with them?
Yeah.
I don't. There's a lot of materials, mate. It's a 12-hour course. So
who wrote it?
Do I know off the top of my head everything that's in there?
Who wrote the course?
Know.
Who wrote the course?
There's materials from a lot of different sources.
Do you need to be qualified to write a course about how to have transgender sex?
So there were doctors involved. There were HIV organisations involved. There's a lot of different organisations involved. So, yeah, lots of people worked on it. Sexual violence prevention sector, family violence prevention sector, quite a lot of different. And we had, we had international organisations also reviewing some of our materials. So it's a lot of people worked on that course, and it's a lot of content. You should take it.
Okay. What is waterboarding?
Like I said, you'll have to look that up.
I don't know that I want to, but I think my audience will be interested. Look, can I just say thank you for talking? But you can't give me just a broad figure the last 3 or 4 years, but you're largely funded by the taxpayer anyway through this inter-cross government agency thing.
For that course, yeah, for that course.
Well, what about
Largely
in general?
In general, we're mostly funded by philanthropic funding and donations, and we have a business that we run. So that's how we're funded usually.
Okay, how many staff you got?
broadly
You're a big
speaking.
organisation, or?
I think we've got about 10 and 30 volunteers. So like not a large organisation.
All right. Look, can I also add that your annual report specifically thanks the Wellington City Council for supporting your sex and relationship course, not your anti-violence course?
I mean, if you read through the whole report, I think you'll find that it is talking about it as an anti-violence course. It's a sexual violence prevention course that we got,
All right.
almost entirely funded by Te Puna Aonui for sexual violence prevention.
I think we got to have a look.
But you got to understand that,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like when you're advertising condoms to people. You don't say "don't get a disease and die." That's not how you advertise that. You say it's more fun to have sex with a condom because you don't have to worry. It's health promotion. So how you market your sexual violence prevention or your STI prevention.
Yeah.
Is,
Are you a doctor?
no.
Are you a marketing expert?
I mean, that's a bit of a.
It's just a question.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying is, it's not an easy question, is it?
Yep.
Like, do I do marketing? Yes, it's part of my job.
Okay, do you have a
Does
qualification in
make
that?
me an expert? No. No, I don't have a qualification in that. I'm qualified in population health.
Okay,
So I'm not
you
a
got,
doctor,
okay,
but my qualifications are in
population.
population health.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. You've got some expertise in the area that you're working in. That's good to know. All right. Look, thank you for your time this morning. It's been nice chatting.
Okay, have a good one.
We'll talk soon. Cheers. That is Ahi Wehanui. Is it Wehanui? Wehongi. Ahi Wehongi. And to give her a due, she picked up or he. Oh, I've got to sort that out. He or she picked up and talked. What do you think?